Hello, St. Mary's, and welcome to Story Time. Today is the last day of school, so today's our last story. I look forward to reading this one to you, so let's go ahead and begin. Today we're going to read A Couple of Boys Have the Best Week Ever by Marla Frazee. One hot summer day, James went on a long drive to Bill and Pam's house so he could go to a week of nature camp with his friend Eamon. Bill and Pam are Eamon's grandparents, and they live at the beach. Eamon was already there. Nature camp was Bill's idea. Bill loved nature, especially cold, wild, and remote places with hardly any people. He had been to many of these sorts of places before, but the place he most wanted to visit was Antarctica because of the penguins. Pam said she preferred people over penguins. Eamon thought that this chat was fascinating, but, well, he hoped James would arrive soon. Ding dong, and finally he was there with just a couple of his belongings. He had never been away from home for an entire week, so he was very sad when his mother drove away. Bye! The first thing Bill wanted to do before nature camp started was to take James and Eamon to the penguin exhibit at the Natural History Museum. Pam offered to pack a picnic of peanut butter and honey sandwiches. James and Ian discussed their options. They decided to stay home and enjoy Bill and Pam's company. In the morning, Bill took the boys to nature camp. And the road was long and curvy, and James and Eamon learned a lot of new vocabulary words while Bill was driving. On the way back that afternoon, James and Ian described their first day of nature camp to Bill. I thought you were supposed to walk on a hike. Yeah, not stand and look at some flower for an hour. When they got home, Bill unrolled a large map of Antarctica on the living room floor. Pam gave James and Eamon coffee ice cream icebergs with hard chocolate sauce on top. Nature camp made the boys very, very hungry. And it made them look at everything more carefully. Bill brought out the tide charts and a globe and at the dinner table, and Pam served banana waffles with maple syrup. The food's way better here than at my house. Mine too. At night, James and Eamon slept on a blow-up mattress with an automatic pump. Bill and Pam wondered if they would be lonely in the downstairs bedroom. But they weren't. And before they left for nature camp the next morning, Bill handed them each a pair of binoculars and a list of birds to look for. And on the way home, the boys reported their findings. His freckles are huge, yeah, and his tongue is gross. As nature camp week went by, James and Eamon practically became one person. They did everything together in exactly the same way. To save time, Bill began just calling them Jamin. He would say, "Hey, Jamin, think about it. Whether or not you want to see that penguin exhibit." And Jamin would think about it. And then, in complete agreement, the campers would decide to practice quiet meditation downstairs and eat more banana waffles and enjoy the beach together. want to go outside? Nope. Nature camp was just so great. And then on Friday afternoon, nature camp was over and James and Eamon recapped the week during the drive home. I think it should be called sit around camp, or sweat a lot camp. And on their last night together, Bill and James and Pam and Eamon had a popcorn party. James and Eamon soon discovered that a popcorn party with Bill and Pam could get pretty noisy. So they wandered outside for some peace and quiet. Tomorrow they had to go home. They looked up at the sky and out at the ocean, and for the first time all week they couldn't think of anything to do. The sun went down, the stars came out, and then at last James and Eamon finally got really busy with something. And it turned out to be the very best part of the best week ever. In the morning, James and Ian couldn't wait to show Bill and Pam what they had made. It's Antarctica! The white rocks are the icebergs, and the brown rocks are the whales. And this big stick is a big stick. Oh, and that penguin there is Jamin, and he hopes that he can be a nature camper again really soon. Bill gave the boys a big hug, and he said this was how penguins huddle together to keep warm. Pam said she preferred people hugs over penguin huddles. James and Eamon hugged Bill and Pam back. Well, kinda, sort of. And when their moms finally arrived to take them home, James and Eamon had given each other the secret Jamin handshake. And then they walked like a couple of penguins all the way out the front door. So, boys and girls, these boys had the best week ever at nature camp. I hope each and every one of you have the best summer ever. Now, I look forward to story time and reading in the library when we get back to school in August. But I'll see you next week, because next week you guys are going to be coming in and returning all those library books. So, signing off for tonight and for the summer, have a great time. Bye-bye.